everyone, and welcome to another amazing session of Diary of a Niger Wedding Planner. My name is Adiola, your host for today, and you already know how this show goes. We have interesting people on board that have answers to all of your questions, and today is not different from any other day, except the fact that we have an interesting person in the house today, in person of Temiloluwa Durotoye, the CEO of the Ruby Signature. Hi, Ma.
Hi,
How are you today?
I'm very well,
I'm
thank you.
sure my viewers will want to meet you. So please, can you tell them about you?
My name is Temiloluwa Durotoye. Like she rightly said, I'm the creative director of the Ruby Signature and I plan events for a living.
All right. So today we have interesting questions for you to
Okay,
answer. Very brief. So before we get into that, would you want us to spice things up a little bit with a little question?
okay, let's have
Okay.
it.
Okay. So please, can you tell us what your morning routine is like?
Morning routine, well, wake up,
All right.
pray,
Okay.
and stay in bed for like 2 hours, pressing phone. I mean, that's the typical thing.
Okay, so you heard that. She wakes up in the morning, she prays, and she stays 2 hours in bed pressing phone. You heard that from this show. Okay, down to business. What drew you into event planning and what keeps you passionate about it?
Okay, for event planning, I've always been a bit passionate about it right from school days, even when I didn't really know what it's being called. That there's a name to it. I just find myself, trying to put things in order and be as small as a birthday, my friend's birthday, and I'm like, let's do something. So I would say it started more like an inborn thing for me until after school days, and then you realize that you have to go like on a professional level and all of that. So I would say what really drew me into it is um, my inborn ability to be able to put things right,
Okay.
put things in place, and of course, yes, to start monetizing it. That's where the passion comes in. The
Okay,
passion
that's
continues
what
there.
you said. Okay,
Yeah,
so she said she got into events because it's an inborn thing. Like they give birth to how it is. And what drives the passion? Money.
money.
Okay, so next question. What's one event you will never forget? Like for a good or crazy event, a reason instead.
Okay, there was this wedding party we had sometimes few years back. And one thing about that event was we really had all our plans. And for some reasons, the D-Day, our 800 access card
All right.
turned out to be 1-3. We still
Oh
don't
my
know how that
goodness.
happened because we gave out access and it was strictly for 800. In fact, we made preparations for a little bit above the number. And on that day, we were having about 1,003 guests.
Oh my.
Well, thank God to crisis management. We were able to manage it, but it was a lot challenging.
Oh, so you heard that because she was a good planner, she was able to shift into action, and then
Yeah, yeah.
that's very good. Some people can be very funny. Okay, to the next question. What's the most overlooked detail in planning an event that can either make or break the event?
I think it's access.
All right.
The success of the event most times is dependent on the number of guests you bring into it. So in cases where you made preparations for a specific number of guests, it can be funny that how good or how bad your event turns out is if you really stick to that number of guests. So most time I'll tell people don't joke with your access. Don't joke with if you'll be using access cards, let it be strictly by access so that we know the number of people we're expecting. It won't be nice to prepare for a particular number and then another number is coming out. It really can be stressful.
Okay, so she says we have to stick to the access plan and then your number of guests, please. All right, thank you for that amazing answer. Okay, so one more question before this comes to an end. What's a common myth about event planning that you would love to debunk?
Uh, Event planning is easy. I mean,
All
we
right.
get that a lot. It's like they say it's easy to plan and is it not just to plan an event? No. As much as it's easy, it takes a lot of technicality and um, a lot of process to put this in. Not just anybody can plan. There's this common myth that anybody can be a planner. No, everybody cannot be a planner. So
Okay, so event planning is not easy. They do
and it's not
a
for
lot of work
everybody.
and it is not for everybody. So don't feel that, oh, because I can do this, I plan this, then no, please. It's not easy. So please just debunk the idea of event planning being easy. Okay, thank you for this amazing session. I loved
Welcome.
your presence and I'm sure that my viewers did too. Thank you so much.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, so thank you for tuning in today. Please don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and comment. And bye.
Bye.